Hey guys! Welcome to the Whispers of Turkish Stars channel. All the juicy details are in our video today. Before we dive in, hit subscribe and share this video so you don't miss any of the twists. Thank you for being here. Lately, gossip circles have been humming with a single, electrifying claim that Yağmur Yüksel might be expecting, and that her longtime partner, Barış Baktaş, has already slipped in a heartfelt proposal. There's been no official confirmation, not a word from either of them, yet the murmur from people who claim to be near their inner circle says the couple is quietly preparing for a brand new chapter. What triggered the talk wasn't one big revelation, but a series of small, telling changes. Fans noticed that Yağmur has leaned into softer silhouettes and looser layers, a shift from the polished, body-skimming look she used to love. Her posts, once frequent and filled with candid humor, have grown sparse. The sudden hush has the internet on alert. Even whispers from the set say she's been calmer, more measured, conserving her energy, stepping carefully around anything that might drain her focus. Those who work with her have used words like serene, private, and gentle, and in this world, those details carry weight. Just as the murmurs swelled, another claim burst into the conversation. That Barış got down on one knee and gave her a proposal crafted not for spectacle, but for sincerity. People close to the couple say it was quiet, deeply emotional, and exactly the kind of gesture that speaks to who they are together. No flashy hotel rooftops or staged spotlights, just a private moment that apparently left Yağmur glowing for days. There are even suggestions that the two families have been in touch, discussing how and when a wedding might happen, and what shape it should take. Their bond started in front of cameras, but whatever spark began on a set has grown into something that feels undeniably real to anyone watching. Fans have been filling comment sections with lines like, "The on-screen magic turned into a real-life love story," and every new photo of them together becomes a clue board for devoted followers. The question, "Are they getting married soon?" is now popping up in every livestream, every red carpet thread, every late-night gossip space. And with every day of silence, the anticipation builds. Of course, for the moment, everything remains in the realm of rumor and well-placed hints. We're one post away from the story spinning in a completely different direction. A single sentence from Yağmur Yüksel or Barış Baktaş could rewrite the day's headlines. But the backstage buzz is hard to ignore. According to the people who claim they would know, the couple is laying the groundwork for serious, life-shaping decisions. The entertainment world is holding its breath, waiting for a confirmed word, or a sudden photo that explains everything without a caption. And there's more. Those whispers don't stop with talk of a ring. People around Yağmur insist she's being unusually cautious at work, choosing rest over risk, and keeping her schedule flexible. Reports say some shooting days have been reorganized to accommodate shorter, less intense blocks for her, and that she's focusing on scenes that are emotionally rich but physically lighter. In this industry, these are the tiny tremors that often foreshadow big news. When a star subtly rearranges her life, eyes sharpen, ears prick up, and speculation surges. Meanwhile, word is that Barış has doubled down on his support. They've been seen arriving on set together more often, leaving together more often, and staying close during breaks. And there's that line he allegedly shared with a friend, "Everything is going very well in my life." It's a simple sentence, but in this world, it lands like a promise. Friends interpret it as a sign that the rumors aren't wild guesses, but reflections of something tender, steady, and moving forward at its own pace. Insiders also say wedding talk is no longer just a dream thrown around in comments. The couple is allegedly discussing where a ceremony might be held, what dates could work around their filming commitments, and whether it should be a grand celebration or something more intimate. If you believe the chatter, Yağmur is leaning toward a small, private gathering filled with family and a few close friends, a day built on warmth rather than spectacle. And those same whispers assure us that Barış is completely on board, wanting whatever makes her feel calm and joyful. Social media, of course, is split. On one side are the romantics, already congratulating them, as though the news were signed, sealed, and delivered. On the other are the cautious types, the ones who insist, "We'll believe it when they say it." Still, their names refuse to leave the trending lists. Every time they step out together, every time a stylist posts a story with a strategically hidden silhouette, the story catches fire again. Everyone is watching, waiting, refreshing. It's astonishing how quickly life can change for two people whose every move has been watched for months. One photo can set the internet ablaze. One interview can either pour water on the flames or throw gasoline on the speculation. And right now, it feels like we are at that tipping point. Even their silence is a kind of statement, and it's a powerful one. Silence can be protection. Silence can be contemplation. Silence can also be the space where important decisions take shape. Let's talk about the getaway. The couple slipped off for a short, carefully chosen vacation, far from the cameras, far from the city, far from the steady pulse of rehearsals and scripts. They were gone only a few days, but the timing was enough to push the rumor mill into overdrive. Sources say they used the time to clear their heads, to rest, to talk about what the next months might look like. And when they returned, observers noticed a shift, a softer air around Yağmur, a subtly protective presence in Barış. Even simple things, how he guided her through a crowd, how she leaned toward him when speaking, became fodder for the narrative that something meaningful had changed. On set, that change hasn't gone unnoticed. Colleagues describe them as gently reserved with everyone, yet undeniably tuned into one another. Their shared glances carry a depth that didn't exist months ago, little smiles they pass back and forth like secret notes. Even the quiet agreements between takes, one nod, one touch on the arm, suggest a shared language deeper than dialogue. People behind the cameras, who see the small moments others miss, say this connection now feels grounded, assured, and stronger than it has ever been. Behind the scenes, family activity has caught attention too. It is said that members of Yağmur's family have been visiting Istanbul more frequently, finding time for private meals and discreet afternoons that never make it to Instagram. Some evenings reportedly included gatherings where both families were present, laughs mixing with softly serious conversations, a warmth hinting at new bonds being woven. While nobody has confirmed a formal engagement party, cautious voices suggest there may have been an intimate, family-only meeting where the future was discussed openly. For a couple like this, every piece of furniture in the background of a photo becomes a clue. Fans zoom in, compare old posts, and analyze tiny details that most people would ignore. It's intense, but it speaks to the devotion their story inspires. Whether the truth is a baby, a wedding, or simply a couple choosing to love each other carefully, the passion around them shows just how much people want to see them happy, safe, and thriving. What happens next? That's the question threading through every conversation about them. Maybe we're days away from a surprise shot of intertwined hands and a ring that says everything. Maybe the first confirmation won't be a press release, but a casual comment in an interview where a smile gives the entire game away. Or perhaps they'll choose to hold this privately for a while longer, letting the moment be theirs before sharing a piece of it with the world. Whatever the timing, you can feel that a turning point is close. And it must be said, all of this remains unconfirmed until it isn't. The best stories in this realm are the ones that slowly reveal themselves, not with a publicity stunt, but with an undeniable shift in the way two people move through the world together. Watch how she holds her coat. Watch how he checks the room before she walks in. Watch how they make space for each other when a crowd presses too close. These are the signs that often arrive before any official sentence does. For now, the industry is alert. Bookers and stylists are keeping dates flexible. Press teams are on standby for either a denial or a celebration. And fans, well, fans are doing what they do best, waiting, watching, hoping, and refreshing their feeds, searching for that one post that stops time. The sense among those paying attention is that an important, joyful season is opening for them, whatever form it ultimately takes. To those asking whether the talk will quiet down on its own, the answer is simple: not soon. This is a story fueled by small gestures and unspoken truths, by two people who have learned to move carefully in a noisy world. And that is why it resonates. The calm silence, the softened wardrobe, the careful schedules, the supportive presence, the family dinners, the private trip, the first day back glow, taken together, they paint a picture that feels both intimate and profound. If there is indeed a ring, it was chosen for meaning, not headlines. If there is a date, it will be one that respects their obligations and their desire for peace. If there is a baby on the way, they will tell us when they're ready, not a moment before. And if all of this is simply love unfolding at its own pace, then perhaps the gift is getting to watch a couple write their own timeline, untouched by pressure, shaped only by what feels true for them. Until the moment they speak, we're left with the poetry of their behavior. We see a woman who shines while stepping gently, a man who stays close without crowding. We see friends who smile knowingly and co-workers who protect their privacy. We see two families that, according to the rumors, are learning the rhythms of each other's homes. And we see a fandom that, despite the noise, keeps finding ways to send kindness first. So where does that leave us tonight? It leaves us listening for a small sound, a soft announcement, a simple image, a single sentence. That changes everything. It leaves us honoring the reality that privacy can coexist with fame, and that the most beautiful beginnings sometimes arrive quietly. And it leaves us grateful to witness a love story that feels grounded, considered, and profoundly human. We'll keep our ears open and bring you the truth the moment it lands. Until then, remember to take the clues for what they are, possibilities, not promises. What feels certain is that something is blooming between them, and that the next step, whatever it is, will be made together. This is where we wrap for now. If you enjoyed the deep dive, please subscribe to Whispers of Turkish Stars and share this video with the friend who never misses a beat. We'll be watching, we'll be waiting, and when the silence breaks, whether with a ring, a reveal, or a smile that says it all, you'll hear it here first. Goodbye for now.